Hey guys, the question came up about removing halyards from your boat and running messenger lines or chasing the halyards down with the new one. So I was just going to show you how I do it. I like to get a messenger line. I get a whole spool of it. Usually you get a spool of it for 80 to 120 bucks, and then you just got it, and it's enough to do 8-10 boats. With your halyards, the easiest way to do it is to have a Flemish loop put on the end of your halyard. Then you just do a simple bowline knot, you run it up. So I'm going to show you how I set up my spool so I can actually easily run it by myself, and I don't have to worry about it getting all clogged up or anything like that. I'm also going to show you how I tie the messenger line onto the bitter end of a halyard, and there's a way that I do it with a little bend coming back and electrical tape. It's pretty simple, and I'll give you a couple tips on how to get it through the sheave at the top as well. So hope this helps, and let's get into it. All right, it's a little noisy outside in the boatyard here, so I'm going to show this connection to you inside. So when you have a bitter end that has no loop and you've got this tiny little messenger line to connect to it, this is the way I do it. It's pretty simple, it's pretty quick. I'll go through it with you. Basically what I'm going to do is get about 4 or 5 inches of line. I'm going to electrical tape up the lower portion, then I'm going to bend this back over, and I'm going to tape it up again. And what that does is actually creates a loop that's going to keep this from pulling out. The key is getting this electrical tape really tight around this. The tighter you can get the electrical tape, pull and stretch it as you wrap it, the more strong it is, and it will not slip out. Now, going up with the messenger line is easy because you're going to thick to small. In the springtime when I do this, when you got to go from the small to the thick, you got this catch right here. So go to your local store that sells baking goods, and they've got these little caps that go on the end of icing bags. And what you can do is you can throw this line through the top of that cap, put that cap over the top here, run it past, do your whole thing, and then run that cap down, and that cap is going to have a taper like a bullet end, and when it goes up it's going to pop right over the sheave, nice and easy. The trick is finding one that's the right size here. They do have different sizes, and I found that that works. Otherwise what you have to do is build up the tape around the base of the messenger line to taper it down so that you don't get it hooked or caught as you go up. Another way to do it is to run the line down, do your loop, and come back up the other side. So it will help and make it a little bit easier to go past the sheave when you tape that up, and it's also a little bit easier to make your taper on this front portion, so when you're pulling back through the sheave you don't get it caught. So on the boat, I will set up a simple line going across, and I'll put the spool on it so the spool can roll. Then when I connect to my halyard, and my halyard runs through my rope clutch and up to the front, I can actually go to the mast and I can pull this off the spool as I go. And that makes it really easy. I don't have to worry about it getting caught on anything. So this is a really simple way of doing it, but saves tons of time and makes the job just a lot easier.